This story takes place a long time ago, in another world, where talented warriors, trained in martial arts by the gods they worshipped, protected the people from criminals and demons. These warriors were called samurai. This tale finds its roots in the village of Aki, where, according to legend, samurai were blessed by the raven god Tengu. It is said that the samurai were able to defeat their opponents with a single blow. Their leader, Susanoo, was an unrivaled fighter, master of the arts of winds and storms. She was so fierce and brutal on the battlefield that she could be mistaken for a man, a beast, or even a monster. A bitter rivalry between the two commanders of the Aki and Natsu clans escalated into a violent war that plagued their villages for many years and showed no signs of stopping anytime soon. At the heart of this unending chaos starts the tale of the samurai Jinmu, an orphan raised by Susanoo. One day, in the village of the Raven, our hero was finishing his training. As he'd done since a young age, Jinmu warmed up in the dojo, following the training required by the village chief. He was the most promising disciple. He put in quite the effort, firmly hoping to one day play his part in the protection of his people. He knew this for sure. The Natsu clan leader, Amaterasu, was no man to call a truce. Jinmu knew the origin of the Natsu clan like the back of his hand. Like everyone else, he was aware that Susanoo's eternal rival had betrayed her twice, turning against his own allies and mercilessly slaughtering his comrades to satisfy his selfish desires. It was because of Amaterasu that Jinmu had lost both his father and his mother, whom he had never known, and so Susanoo had to raise him in their stead. Yet it was not out of vengeance that Jinmu wished to fight, but to protect his own. It was from this unwavering determination that he drew his strength. Jinmu's training was coming to an end, culminating in a final challenge against his friend.
Finally catching up, eh, little Raven? Maybe I can stop holding back now. Boast all you want. You weren't that talented at my age. I won!
His confidence was not misplaced. None of his seniors or superiors could defeat him. But even though Jinmu outstripped all his peers, he still hadn't managed to surpass his master.
Jinmu, at last you've arrived. Are you ready to complete your training?
I've been ready for a long time. I won't disappoint you, grandmother.
I expected nothing less from you. En garde!
I won! I did it!
What spirit you have! Sometimes you remind me of your father. But you wouldn't have been able to touch me if I had called upon the Tengu god.
I'm sure I can. Let's have a rematch, and don't hold back this time.
That arrogance it reminds me of. No, it doesn't matter. Only the power of a god can surpass the power of another god. Still, you fought well.
Does that mean I can join the battle?
Very well. You will join the fight against the Natsu clan, but you will stay in the back ranks and listen to your superior's orders. Don't be a hero. I know your heart is good, but have no mercy for these traitors. Advance with us to victory and avenge our people. I will protect you with the storm of our god Tengu. Your training is complete, and I can now give you your weapon. The katana is a samurai's best ally. Take care of it, and carry it with you wherever you go.
Weeks passed, and unfortunately war broke out once again. It was time to head out to battle. The Aki clan advanced through the valley to respond to the Natsu attack, and Jinmu hastened to join Akiku and his fellow samurai. But he lost track of his friend, and naively plunged into enemy lines to find her.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Jinmu soon faced a formidable opponent. It was time to put all his learning into practice. For justice.
The traitors of Aki will pay!
Yeah. Yeah. Did he just call us traitors? Why? They are the traitors. What? Fire?
Despite Tengu's protection, a fire seemed to have broken out. Who could unleash...
Well, well, well. A raven who's still standing. You should have fled while you had the chance. But since you're here, be my warm-up. And then I'll cross swords with the furious harpy who serves as your leader.
Amaterasu, the leader of the Natsu clan himself. I must not hesitate. I must eliminate him. It's the only thing standing between us and peace.
Jinmu had to face the samurai of the sun, blessed by the goddess Kitsune, a formidable and experienced opponent against whom he probably stood no chance.
You're a little more skilled than the others, but you're starting to tire. Don't... No one had landed a blow on me in ages. You're a little more skilled than the others, but you're starting to tire. Don't be disappointed. It's normal to bow down to me. But try to entertain me a little, will you?
Yeah.
You're a little more skilled than the others. No one had landed a blow on me in ages. It's just luck. The weaklings I've faced over the years have made me let my guard down. It won't happen again.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
You're a little more skilled than the others, but you're starting to tire. Don't be disappointed. It's normal to bow down to me. But try to entertain me a little longer, will you?
Yeah. Yeah.
No one had landed a blow on me in ages.
Yeah.
It's just luck. The weaklings I've faced over the years have made me let my guard down. It won't happen again.
I can keep standing up to you. If you give up, we can still spare lives.
Give up? What's your name, young raven?
Jinmu.
Jinmu. The fire of war will only be extinguished when Susanoo frees my daughter. She knows it all too well.
A Natsu woman? In the Aki clan? What are you talking about?
You're fighting her war without even knowing this? How naive. You must think your intentions are noble, but your savage beast of a leader has more blood on her hands than you realize. She doesn't care about you. She knows that I will eliminate every last one of her followers if she doesn't return my child, and yet she does nothing.
You're spouting nonsense. Stop trying to deceive me. Why would she do that?
Because she only listens to her rage. You'll see for yourself.
Wait!
Still trembling, Jinmu looked around him. The battle was over. Despite significant losses, Aki had come out on top. Yet despite this victory, thoughts collided in Jinmu's head.
What was he talking about? His daughter? Could it be that grandmother has been hiding things from me? All these corpses. As many Aki as Natsu. Is Amaterasu really the only one responsible? His daughter. Could she be the real reason driving him to attack us? Is he fighting out of love? No, I must not let him sow confusion in my mind. He is our enemy, and he always has been. I would still like to talk to Susanoo about it.
Jinmu, you're back. Not even a scratch. I expected nothing less from you. We managed to push back the Natsu. Come, join us. We all deserve to catch our breath.
The Natsu will eventually come back, and this endless cycle of violence will resume as if today had never happened. Why not seek to stop this conflict and enjoy lasting peace?
Jinmu, you know very well that it's not possible. Amaterasu doesn't listen to anyone but himself. He only wishes to destroy. I exhausted my kindness and patience a long time ago. The only option left is to defeat them all until the last one.
I think I have a solution. I met Amaterasu and...
Ah, here lies the cause of your sudden impudence. He tried to manipulate you, did he not? You must not listen to him. Amaterasu is a liar. His words are as deceitful as the goddess he worships.
That's not it. There is a way out, and Amaterasu has only one demand to stop this war.
Enough! You must do as I say. I don't have to answer to you. We are at war, and here I am your leader. We must exterminate the enemy.
Grandmother, is it true that we're holding his daughter captive?
Ah! Of course, he still won't listen to reason. You cannot understand. It's too soon. I'll overlook your impertinence this time, and we'll talk about it at the village.
We have to set her free now. We have to stop.
It's impossible! You're... Ah, I should have known. It was a mistake to bring you to the battlefield.
Impossible? I think the mistake comes from your blind stubbornness. If you refuse to explain, I will have to take matters into my own hands. Jinmu, please stop! Listen to your leader!
You know the punishment for mutiny. Death. Don't make me fight you.
You leave me no choice. You are the one who taught me to fight for my people.
You don't understand. Give up and I can forgive this offense.
I can't move anymore. Does that mean it's over? I can't oppose the gods, even if it's for peace.
Jinmu, you have disobeyed your leader and your god. Go.
Go?
I condemn you to exile. Take your weapon, march to the mountains of the north, and never come back.
And so Susanoo banished Jinmu from the village and exiled him to the mountains. Jinmu felt completely lost. The history of his clan, the atrocities committed by Amaterasu, Susanoo's just cause. Where was the truth in all of this? And where were the lies? Who was his daughter? What was the real reason for this conflict? He remembered very well the story his grandmother had told him. In ancient times, Amaterasu had received the blessing of the mischievous goddess Kitsune in exchange for his blind devotion and unwavering submission. He then began to massacre all those who did not join her cult. That was the origin of this endless conflict. At least that's what Jinmu had been convinced of, until yesterday. Now he wasn't sure of anything anymore. Did death, lifeless bodies, pain, and cruelty really have a meaning? Deep in Jinmu's soul, a conviction was beginning to emerge. This war was futile, and it could be stopped. And while he was lost in his thoughts, Jinmu continued to advance toward the mountains. The grass became snow as the fresh air of the valley gradually gave way to the icy cold of the peaks. Without realizing it, Jinmu had arrived to the mountains. Legend had it that it was beyond these summits that the abode of the gods was located, and that before inhabiting the valleys, the first samurai had trodden this same snow. But today, it would have been surprising for anyone to inhabit such an inhospitable climate.
Could this be a snowstorm? Grandmother told me about it. Could she have already seen these mountains? I can't go any further. Where am I? I must have passed